Good evening, y'all, or should say good late at night, or I don't know, in a little bit say good morning. But if you're here, you're here, and I'm glad you're here. So, welcome to another BMBBH Smoke Show Sunday. I am Kev, and let me shout you guys out in the chat since you're already here. Yep, we're going to be speaking on one of my favorite subjects tonight for a black man, and it's called Speaking Out of Turn. So, you got RPM in the building. What's going on? You got Phil Brad. We got Isaiah J. He said long life. Hashtag. I'm sure he meant long live. So, long live yourself. He said great show last night in spite of some of the haters you had in the chat. Crazy part, it was a mod. I don't remember that. I don't, you know, I like dissenting opinions. Really, I don't like to be agreed with all the time. If what I'm saying makes sense to many of you, then I'll accept that. But you know, don't mind difference of opinion, regardless of what people may think and believe. All right. So Andre 416 reform. What's going on? He said, "Look at my lo-fi Latina." What's good, D Scott? Said, "Man, D Scott, you ain't shit for what you said." What's going on, Days? Said Andre 416 reform says 10 p.m. where he is. So yeah. Yeah. It's all good tonight. Speaking out of turn, uh, like I said, that's one of my favorite subjects for a black man because y'all know I don't give a fuck. This is this for me is probably the whole purpose of this space, really. It's a bunch of black men speaking out of turn. And two royal examples of that have already brought in the year. Kind of one kind of did, the other did definitely. And I'm talking about Dave Chappelle and Cat Williams. Dave Chappelle just did another special called Dreamers, I believe. And he once again did what Dave Chappelle does, not give a fuck and say what he says apologetically. And there, one thing that I want many of you to understand is that uh, when when you're a black man and you're able to speak up, man, you gotta have some reverence for that shit, some respect for that shit. So you should always take the moment to um, give yourself a pat on the back if you're one of these men that are courageous enough to put your own friggin' neck on the line just to say some shit that needs to be heard. No, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. And for that, you do not have to apologize or, you know, be apologetic. And, a lot of us black men are. And those are the niggas I look at side eyes with the side eye. And, it's a shame. But that's the shitty part about it, when someone is the opposite of you and uh believes less in what you believe, then you have to deal with that kind of thing, a kind of a difference of opinion. It doesn't have to turn into turn serious or escalate into a mess. Yeah. But anyway, also like to take the time to promote my Martin Luther King Day broadcast, you know, making the charge that none of us deserve his sacrifice. And that one should be an entertaining one. I'm just this time, instead of speaking out of emotion, I'm gonna do some digging and to see as to why people make such claims about Martin Luther King and Uh, See if we can nip some of this shit in the bud. You know, for me being from the South and being from where King operated mostly. I just have this view about certain things. And, one thing that we're going through now, as far as using our freedoms of speech around here, is what he dealt with back then. You know what I'm saying. But I'll get more into that when the time comes. But yeah, this interview with Cat Williams is quite the stir. I did somewhat of a review on the interview last night, so please go check that out if you haven't. Also, let me get some shout outs. I was shouting out the chat, but I got into the discussion. So we got Days in the building. We got Weather. He said Cat Williams broke the internet. He most certainly did. He said, let me guess, it was Weather. Come on, man. Already. And he made all of the right people mad. I sort of agree with that. Hybrid Catastrophic Impact X83rd Power, one of the real ones. What's good, bro? Said shout out to Big Kev. He said, "Are y'all mad that Cat went after more black men than black women? He didn't follow the script." First of all, if there was a script that existed, I would say that, number one. Number two, I'm not mad at Cat Williams at all. I mean, some people, including black men, do not agree with many of the things that Cat Williams said about certain black men, and this sort of kind of, I would say, what we used to hear about as like the boule or the Illuminati and the various things that you have to do to become rich and successful. I mean, it's giving us bad black men a bad look. And some of us promised ourselves we would never lower ourselves to having to do that in order to be successful. Some of us did. But for those who didn't, for those who decided to sell out, shit, it should not make a difference whether they got a dick and two balls or not. I mean, it's they deserve to get called out too. I will always be in support of some shit like that. You need to know who's faking it out here. Shoot, they keep drop everything Cat said. They keep dropping receipts all over social media. The internet is forever. If you got someone arguing with you about it, then you could just drop that receipt. Say it was out here stealing jokes. It would be said that Cat was out here stealing jokes too. But I'm just gonna give you a raw truth. Who cares if the what Cat was saying is actually true? No one's called him a liar yet. Kevin Hart on with the personal attacks himself. But the one thing that he's not calling Cat Williams is a liar. Ricky Smiley crying and shit. I mean, but for real, like how much I mean, Ricky Smiley had a show on TBS. He had a reality show, which I mean, man. I mean, if he getting that money from that kind of thing, he getting that money. I mean, cool shit, cool shit. But what was true about what he didn't say about Ricky Smiley and Tyler Perry? They only are good actors or actresses in dresses. Uh, it is what it is, and it's like a lot of folks like in this situation should really just keep their mouths shut after we have discovered certain things about them. I'm about to mention two of them right now because I received an email with a tweet with some interesting video footage of Aries Spears. I don't know if any of you out there have seen this yet, but if you haven't, I am about to show you. It's not. It's really cringy and gross, and I do not condone. I mean, you can do what you want to do with your life. It's whatever, but it's whatever. But I mean, it's. I mean, this is the kind of shit that we call out around here. So let me see. Let me before I do that, let me finish shouting out the chat. Yeah. Days disagrees with weather. He says, on the contrary, Cat was amazing in his observations. Again, jumping to conclusions isn't your strong suit. Oh boy. Black men are never discouraged from speaking up, Kev. Yes, yeah. We're discouraged from speaking up. It's just that we don't fucking listen, or we have been listening less and less. And some black men actually fall for the shame. Yeah, yes, we do. Some of us would even lower ourselves into becoming simps just to make everything okay with people. And the shit looks weak and it's funny at times. Said whether I'm glad he called out Steve Harvey. That's good enough for me. Yeah, we just I just want to, let y'all know and make sure that we are not making this about our personal beef with Steve Harvey telling, black women to do this and do that, making our relationship dynamics difficult and telling women to think like a man. Period. Let's be objective about this. I'm about to show y'all objective in a second. Yeah. It's never a risk for black men to speak out. Man, yeah, you risk your YouTube channel. You risk your monetization. Shoot, you risk your platform when you say stuff. Shoot. Yeah, there's always a risk. Once the platform decides that you are no longer any good for them, they can take you off. Period. Look at Tommy Sotomayor. He people on eggshells interviewing him. It's better not to be a risk for black men speaking up. Yeah, I mean, it's better. I think that one thing that I'm not saying that it's a risk. What I'm saying is that even if it's not a risk, even if what weather is saying is accurate, and what Days is saying comes to fruition, there's still a great annoyance to certain individuals, and those individuals are male and female. You know, there are people that are super annoyed by Cat Williams. I mean, you know, instead of just proving that he's lying, or he might be bending the truth a little bit. I mean, the stealing jokes things. They said Corey Holcomb called him out on that, and Corey Holcomb is a pretty strong personality who's pretty unapologetic himself. So we'll see about that. But even if nobody's calling Cat Williams a liar. No one is. They're jabbing at his success because, face it, our people worship money. They worship fame and fortune. They worship those who've led them astray. I would accuse Steve Harvey of that on any day of the week. Tyler Perry too. Now, as far as what he said about Chris Tucker, saying that Chris Tucker is Epstein Island Chris Tucker, I was like, ooh, that one right there. Yeah, he pretty much called some shit out, and we it is on us as a people how we want to process this information that he's given. Did he call the industry out? Is this what the industry is, or is he lying and he hating on folks? Is either or. Is it more so because a black man said it that we have to question it? Or do we have to look at this as from a standpoint of this is a bad look for black men to be these kinds of people that Cat is talking about? You know, we should be ashamed. You know, and I know shame falls short on a lot of people these days. I mean, but if you're any kind of black man, you should want this image for yourself and something for your boys to look at. Shoot. I showed this image in my community tab. Cat Williams talking about every role they got came across his desk first. He wanted to do it without adding certain things, meaning that Cat Williams does not want to be seen in this position right here. I mean, to each his own. If people thought this was funny to see a full grown black man in the arms of another man, I mean, it is, I don't even think that you could have got away with this in the 80s. I mean, as hardcore as the 80s was, no, I do not like to see black men in these positions. Not this position and not this position either. What the hell is going on here? Why is this even necessary? Big buff ass dude kissing a man half his fucking size. What is that even saying? What it's saying is that what Cat Williams is saying must be somewhat correct. I mean, to each his own. If this is what floats your boat, if you're on this side of the tracks, hey, it's none of my business what you do at night in the dark or whatever you do. I mean, shit, but still, if we are black men, we need to be more proactive about what our public image is, what we want and what we don't want. This is what they call doing what is necessary to be successful. Why does it have to be that? But this kind of thing deserves to be called into question. So you got people like Dave Chappelle and Cat Williams who calls this kind of thing out. Those who do not give a damn what the consequences are. Especially Dave. Dave seems like he's just uncancelable. By the way, that special is pretty cool. If you still have a Netflix account, go ahead and check out Dreamer by Dave Chappelle. Yeah, I mean it just came out like a couple weeks ago. So yeah, Dave does it again. Makes fun of well, I wouldn't say make fun of because Dave's whole point is that nothing is spared in comedy. No one is spared in comedy. And what I like about Dave especially is every person that he jokes on with whatever characteristic that he's joking on them about, he puts up pictures of him and that person at the end of all his comedy specials, just to let you know it's all good. They had Lil Nas X say something, but Lil Nas X is like one of those people, so you can only expect that kind of behavior from him. But he had a picture of Lil Nas X too. He told a whole joke about him. Shoot, I mean, it's all comedy. These are two comedians at the end of the day. It's like nope, nothing is immune from comedy. Nobody is immune from it. I mean, you don't have to go for the juggler on certain groups every time. I'm sure I don't want to hear a comedian go up on stage and be like, "Yeah, man, look, man, I gotta look at me. Who am I? I got a greasy box of fried chicken and a grape soda. Yes, good. Who am I? I wouldn't want to see that. But can we really be offended if it's in the name of comedy? Just saying. uh, Whether says Cat Williams being a black man speaking out isn't the issue. Cat Williams exposing people is the issue. Yeah, yeah. I would say that, and I would say it's a bit of the other too. I mean, to deny the context of, I would say, some type of self hate or racism, I wouldn't believe is there. And I mean, like, he stayed on black men. He didn't really say anything about white people. But let me tell you something. That's people's problem with Dave. Dave would say stuff about white folks. Then they would be dissatisfied with what he said. So they would make it about him saying something about trans or other groups of people. And we don't get why. I mean, maybe we do. One thing I haven't heard, whether I haven't really heard a comedian that has really gone in on black men lately. We used to go in on niggas, and niggas is easy to go in on, but really black men. What kind of comedy shtick would that be? What would that look like? I mean, it'll probably mostly be dick policing. Yeah, yeah. Stay away from the white girls. Ooh, them snow bunnies. Ooh, that'll probably be about it. That'll be enough to satisfy folks, since everyone sees it as a problem. I mean, I said I got the MLK stream locked in already. Yes, this one will be different. And then me, from being from the South, being from Montgomery, Alabama originally, yeah, my take ought to be very interesting. It won't be the usual virtue signaling. But we'll see. We'll see when it happens. Yeah, this stream is long as fuck, man. It's almost 3 hours. 31 million views. Oh shit. Yeah. Not mad at Cat either. No, I ain't mad at him. He said I've been supporting Kev from day one. Which, why would I hate on him? Besides, I wasn't in the chat last night. No, I don't ever consider the weather hating. I know what hating looks like. I mean, seriously, I'm not that naive. And what that the weather doesn't hate. So Kevin Hart in his feelings. Yep, I seen him on ESPN. Yeah, he all of his fifis because I mean, yeah, I mean, seriously, if Cat and Kevin were in a comedy battle, Cat destroying Kevin. Period. I would rather see Cat Williams and Corey Holcomb go at it than like in a comedy battle. Like real motherfucking G's. Shoot. Like it's like some of these dudes ain't funny, but they got real big spots. Like Mike Epps. I don't think Mike Epps has had anything real bad to say about Cat Williams, and Cat Williams didn't even say anything about him, but Mike Epps ain't that funny, man. No, not for real. I've seen Mike Epps stand up. Like he has a couple of funny moments, like he was talking about the dude with the baby arm singing R&B. That shit was funny. I mean, but like outside of that, Mike Epps ain't. Yeah, he's the kind of comedian that goes up on stage and laughs at himself. Ludacris doing a freestyle on Cat Williams. I must have been paying attention because I haven't grasped what he said about Ludacris yet. Old Chris Bridges. Ricky Smiley got his money from wearing dresses. Um, I first saw Ricky Smiley in that Lil Jon and the East Side Boys video. We Like Them Girls, which really I believe was a stolen song from a group in Montgomery. Serious, I'm not just saying this. There was a group in Montgomery called Small Time Ballers. They had this song called "We Love Them Girls, We Love Them Girls," and then here come Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. We like them girls. We like them girls. So people can accuse people of stealing shit all day. It's like some of the best shit out there was a stolen idea. And this is like a lot of the argument that a lot of black folks tried to make. When I say black folks, yeah, my focus is my people, period. I don't give a damn what other groups say. Why would I? I mean, unless it's controversial, unless it goes viral, unless, like something like the JPT, they kept trying to bring her in the conversation like it was black men that made her popular, which was dumb. But yeah, Ricky Smiley got his money from playing grandmas and shit. Like, you know what? That isn't that a shame? Like the only time you're funny and the only time you're good is when you're in a dress. I mean, because I'm for real. When I first started seeing Tyler Perry's Mud Dead, I mean, when I first started watching it, this was like back in 2005. I didn't mind it so much. I knew there was another man in a dress, but it just my thing was like, as long as it was funny, but then it wasn't just funny because it was funny. It was funny because it was what Tyler Perry was good at. And I mean, like that would scar a career. And I mean, like, even by Tyler Perry's own admission, he feels more comfortable wearing a dress. So Aries Spears didn't have a clip made of him and he was crying. Oh shit, I'm supposed to show y'all this Aries Spears thing. Yeah, y'all gonna love this. Let me pull it up real quick. I hope y'all hope you guys hope you guys press that like button. Also, shout out to the members of this channel. I know I didn't shout you out yet. I'll get to it in a little bit, but I had a member email this clip to me. So let me make sure that we can play it. All right, cool. Not now. Let's see. All right, this is Aries Spears speaking on Cat Williams. This was on Celebrities Twitter page. I don't have a Twitter page, but this was sent to me via subscriber. So let me go ahead and share this with the audience. Okay, and try not to be too shocked by what you see. Just wait till the very end. I mean, proving Cat Williams more right every day is these niggas. I swear.
Kevin's fan base is turning on him now. Cat done made it so his fan base is turning on him now. Kevin ain't never been funny. Don't get it twisted. Kevin Hart is a global phenomenon. He's globally famous. He can go anywhere in the world and sell out a whole arena or stadium by himself. So for all these people that think that Cat has turned the world on its axis about Kevin, knock it off. Oh, we must Cat expose the Illuminati. We must stop giving our money to these devil worshippers. We must take our power back. What power? You're not that serious. You're not that important. Stay in your lane. My man, he really my man. Only got one man.
Keep your motherfucking mouth shut. Keep it shut. Seriously, guy? I mean, I say Kevin Hart is a global phenomenon. Yep, weather. Yes. Yep, that shit. That motherfucker couldn't even sell out right. Dude just whack. Sitting over here on videos kissing men. Aries gave it up for D-list status. Yeah, hybrid. Keep your motherfucking mouth shut up there looking like that.
Like a bitch.
Like, seriously. I hate seeing black men in those positions, but hey, you gotta hold those black men responsible for that shit. Anything for a buck. Detroit 313. Meanwhile, The Color Purple 2023 hit 190 to 100 million of box office budget, mocking of black men, and yet Black Lives Matter mocking death on black men of 90 million to scam black people. Yeah, I would call that a flop in the theater. And I mean, like that 90 million that BLM got did somebody some good, got some houses and some cars and shit. Nothing. I mean, shit. What really? Let's go in on Aries Spears a little bit. So since we got him, no acting like a bitch. Seriously, like what? The biggest thing that Aries Spears has done, as far as I would see a Hollywood career, is Jerry Maguire. He played Cuba Gooding Jr.'s hating ass brother. Oh, yeah, that right there. Another huge reason that him and Tiffany Haddish should just shut up, because Tiffany Haddish made a comment. I mean, the thing is though, is only natural if somebody say something about you, you should be able to say something back. That's just what it is. But Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears, like this skit surfaced on both of them, and it was a skit that central theme was pedophilia. Remember these live streams that I do are for edutainment purposes only, meaning that I take subject matter like that very seriously. I mean, it was very creepy. It was very hard to watch. I watched the skit. Very hard to watch. Nothing I intend to look for and try to hunt down, watch again, or show any of you. It was that cringy. It's busy. More cringy than this little blackface you got Aries Spears up here doing. Take it very seriously, man. Do not leave children alone. That's my gripe with the alphabet people. Always trying to involve kids in their shenanigans. So Tiffany Haddish need to sit there and take care of her personal problems before she opens her fucking mouth and says anything. And Aries Spears needs to go in a hole and fucking stay. Shoot. Shut the fuck up. I mean, I'm for black men speaking out of turn and speaking to, bring awareness to some of the social ills. But at the same time, if you have been in this type of position right here, buck dancing proudly, look at those white people. I'm quite shocked. It's only comedy. Some of my best friends are black. That man said, hybrid, there's no such thing as a funny female comedian. I've said that also. I say women aren't funny. Nah. Women aren't funny. Hoes are. it takes a special kind of woman to crack a genuine joke that would just make me just laugh. And it's not me doing the mercy laugh, like the simps do for all the chicks that insult men on a regular basis. Oh, girl, you so funny. Oh man, you cracking me up. You going for blood today, girl. Them guys. No, nigga. No, they're not funny. But some are. They're a rare kind. B-Dub celebrate the death of Kobe Bryant and Kevin Samuels. Yeah, some dudes get mad at black men holding black men accountable and get mad till the fucking cows come home, man. These some mama ass niggas. Give a fuck. If you're an adult and you're on this platform, contrary to what weather may believe sometimes, yeah, if you are a black man and you say some stupid shit, yes, you should be held accountable. There's no question about that. But if you are telling truths, you might run into some issues. RPM said that the only female ever found funny was Lisa Lampanelli, old stand-up. And Hybrid even brought up like some more. He said some more is funny. Weather said Lisa Lampanelli is a gargoyle and a mud shark racist. Ooh. Wow. Bitches are funny and they don't try to be. Yeah. I mean, it sure is. It depends on the situation. Lee Remini is pretty funny. Haven't seen. Man. But yeah, man. Aries Spears, man. And then you got celebrity podcasts gaining momentum each day. Shout out to her. I think that tweet had how many views? No.
I'm reading stupid shit like, oh man, Kevin's fan.
The man said Illuminati, and this is what we used to say about Illuminati folks. Look, goddamn Daphne doing good over here. 582K views. Shit. Motherfuckers right here. Let me put this back up. She's not funny. She's a mean-spirited woman who hates women who look better than her. Oh. All right. So talking about black men speaking out of turn. That's what we're talking about here. Some people would say that is a problem based on Cat Williams and Dave Chappelle and the scrutiny that they run into. But some people would say, hey, Kevin, maybe you're being a little paranoid. I don't see anywhere where black men are having a problem speaking out of turn. But yeah, celebrity, what's the smoke? This is Smoke Show Sundays, okay? This is an attempt for me to get people up here who kind of disagree with the rantings of some of what I've done, basically what I've said in the past, or anything about what is a popular topic that many of you guys like to discuss around here, the Black Manosphere. Yes. Yeah. And people's continued disdain. So when I drop the link, whoever likes to come up here and say anything, hey, I'm game. I'm cool. Doesn't have to be on any beef shit, but if you disagree, you disagree. If you a hater, you a hater. If you a fan, you a fan. So this is what I'm going to do. Since we're 42 minutes in, I've spoken enough. I'm going to drop the link. All right, there you go. That's for anyone. That's for anyone. Thus far, this hasn't this hasn't really what people call a smoke show. There hasn't been much delivery on that. I mean, when BGS used to come up to the panel, there used to be people that would come up and give him smoke, but not in particularly myself. I'm not one that causes or creates too many problems around here. But if I disagree with anything that anyone says, like I will establish on Reaction Wednesdays, I will definitely say it and not really care about what you have to say about it. That's anyone. That man said Gabe hates this space like I do. I mean, what I would say for anyone is if you hate it so much, why don't you change it into what you want it to be? Is like, why don't you be the change that you are looking for instead of complaining? Because that's what I see people do quite a bit is complain about a condition that exists. And I do understand that could be the view that people have on the Black manosphere itself. So I wonder what happened to Sir. I don't know what happened to Man Bun. It's the super discount Cat Williams. I mean, yeah, what happened to that nigga? And I mean, I'm saying that for a reason. I'm not saying that just to fuck with people that, that barely know me or whatever.
Hello.
What's good?
Not too much. Yeah, this came up on my mentions. I've never been over here before. So
okay. Well, I guess I have an algorithm.
Okay.
So I've seen you around. I'm not sure if you've seen me around, but
no, I don't think I have.
Okay.
But nice to meet you though.
Yeah, nice. I guess it's nice to meet you too, Mr. Gabe A.
Why you say it like that? Like I just said it's nice to meet you. You said you guess is
No, I'm just like that, man. For real.
Oh, okay.
It's nothing personal. I've seen you on the breakdown. So
okay.
Since I got you up here and since you're somebody that's pretty straight, I mean, you seem like you shoot pretty straight and you won't bullshit me. So
no.
What is your immediate problem when you hear the words Black manosphere?
I wouldn't say a problem with the when people say Black manosphere. It's more of the some people who compose the Black manosphere and their positions on things. I think kind of maybe one of my most recent issues, I guess, has been people claiming success and this is us. This is now the Black male voice is going out further and we're successful. Yay. At, I don't know, pushing the conversation. I think that's where I find an issue with.
Oh, okay. Like people pretending to be things that they are.
So that, or like saying like, hey, now we have affected, I guess, child support legal rulings, or hey, now I don't know, women are coming back to the table. That's one thing that I guess BGS has said recently, or like Obsidian said, now we are changing, we are increasing Black men in tech or something. Like those are all things that have been happening outside of these conversations happening within the black manosphere. So to take success for it, or take saying this is what we did is, I think, what I have an issue with. Like, don't take credit for stuff that you haven't been involved in. Is my thing.
Oh, okay. So you're saying involvement in tech. Do you think that's because they've got Theo out there showing people things? Theo Waff. He's not. I'm a guy that's on the outside looking in. I don't know how long you've been in this space. There are people that claim that they've been in this space so long that some people should be saying things and others shouldn't be. So I've had that said to me before. It just so happens that I don't care and I'll say it anyway. But how long have you been an observer or part of this space, so to speak? I know
since like 2015, 2016, around that time.
Oh, okay. That's when I first started watching O'Shea and Phil Scott. But, I wasn't deep in it like that. You know what I'm saying? Obsidian was next, but that wasn't until around 2017. So they're claiming missions that they're accomplishing missions that we're not, that we're not actually accomplishing, and that's kind of false and phony to you, and that's what your central
Yeah,
problem is.
absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think even speaking about coming to the space, like, so I actually met O'Shea on Facebook. So we were friends on Facebook before I guess I had got introduced to his YouTube content.
Mm.
And then we started to collab on some stuff here and there. So that's kind of where I came from. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing you on O'Shea's channel. O'Shea is slowed the collabing down quite a bit. And I believe that's for reasons of people in the space are kind of butting heads and beefing and shit. So he decided to maybe he'll do better on his own. But I'm quite sure he's still friends with many of you.
I mean, it's like, I mean, what what does he have to accomplish here? I mean, dudes aren't really serious. People want to be entertainers more than anything else. And O'Shea is just like, I just here to get a bag. I'm not here to get involved in all that bull crap that people be beefing and going back and forth with.
Mm.
So, you know, I think that probably was one of his major motivations there.
Okay. D. Scott, thank you for the super chat. Says we have a smoke show 100. Took 3 months. No, it took longer than that. Expand on the funny hoe theory. Inquiring minds need to know. Okay. So there's you, funny hoe theory, or
I don't know what that is.
That was me. I said hoes are funny. I said women weren't.
I don't know.
Okay. So yeah.
No, but I guess what's your position though? Like, so like, do you think that, so I kind of see it as a lot of these dudes have been having conversations on panels for years.
Mhm.
And then because I guess others have co-opted those messages and those ideas and created something bigger, they are like, you know, this is us. That's us. They're saying these things. I guess what's your position? Because I don't really know, I guess.
My position is I'm not a bandwagon hopper. I'm not gonna hate somebody just because 200 more people say the man sucks. I'm gonna see for myself, and I try to rate things on people on how they treat me. And particularly you've come over here. You've been pretty respectful thus far, but I'm not the
What?
kind of guy. No,
Are you anticipating me to not be respectful or something?
I don't know, because I say that I'm Black Manosphere, and people have either one of two reactions: either they don't like it, they think I'm the weird part, or they are just like, well, Kev, you're not really embody what we be talking about. So I don't know what reaction I would get from you. I've seen you say many things, like how the guys in the space act. It might be directed towards certain people. But do I agree with all of it? No. Do I understand what goes on in your brain? Hey, I can ask you anything I want since you're here right now. And
I guess what if I said that you, I guess, haven't agreed with or think that it's been an attack on somebody? If you can recall, at least.
I think that you've pretty much said it here. Like, I've seen you say some strong things on the breakdown that were pretty. I mean, like, there's guys in the chat right now, and I'm not saying I'm going along with what they're saying, but they're saying that you're anti-manosphere. Would you say you're anti-manosphere?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, you wouldn't say that?
See, look, a lot of these dudes think that if you don't agree with their favorite content creator on YouTube, then you're anti-manosphere. Like,
okay.
Just because I don't agree with your daddy, don't mean I have an issue with the Black Manosphere. I just think that there's a lot of clowns in the space.
Speaking of daddies, when I hear that, this whole YouTube daddy concept, I've been accused of having a YouTube daddy, and that's because BGS Zipmore, who is, I would say, somewhat, you see, there it is. He's been over here quite often. And it's not that, I'm trying to, it seems as if when you call somebody a YouTube daddy, you're trying to suck up to them and be on their coattails, and, I need some advice, it's just all this other night. First off, for whoever said that, I'll go ahead and say it. Truth is, I know it said that.
Okay.
I mean, like, I don't have a YouTube daddy. My daddy is sitting at home. Well, dad, as I call him, is sitting at home retired right now. I don't believe in any of that. What I believe in, if you treat me with respect, I treat you with respect. So
So it's, I guess let me contextualize that the YouTube
Yeah.
daddy thing.
yeah,
I think there are many people that are people YouTube daddy. I think BGS just embodies it more than most other dudes. I mean, he literally be reprimanding dudes on panels. He like he'll stop them and say, "Now, what did you learn?" Like that's like that's like father type of behavior. And dudes just take it. Like they don't give him no smoke back. They be like, "Well, yes, sir. Yes, sir, master teacher." I be like,
So-
"Yo, that's your dad if you let him do that to you publicly. Like stop
Okay.
it."
So what is so what would you think would be the right reaction?
Man to man, treat each other with respect and reciprocating respect back and forth without letting somebody literally sun you on the panel.
Oh yeah, I've been accused of that too, being sunned.
I
mean,
I've heard that conversation.
I
but,
mean, yeah. It was the truth as I know it AM1 conversation. So I mean, you know, I'm in no position to tell you how much you follow the space or how many of these panels and chats you be in, but yeah, it was a conversation from a while back, and you know, the fact that people aren't around here just remembering it means that people don't say it that much. So
yeah, it'd be so many streams, man. It's hard to keep up with everything, but I mean, I've witnessed it happen multiple times, like even with the Coliseum stuff. Like, but back then, BGS used to have an attack dog. He used to have that angry man attack dog who used to be able to
angry man.
Angry. Oh yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if you remember. It used to be literally like them Coliseums. Angry man. If BGS said anything or BGS got into a quarrel with anybody, Angry man would be right there to arf, 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 to bark off the commands of his master teacher. So,
shit.
Yo, what's good, everybody?
Yeah, it was good. But what's good, Premium? Let me go ahead and read this super chat. He said the problem I have with is Mama Waldy thinks he can control panels that aren't his. He has a cult and dudes fawn over him like groupies. Okay, I think I know who he's talking about with Mama Waldy. But thanks for the super chat nonetheless, Weather. Really appreciate it.
I don't even know who that dude is. The dude this bitch. Yeah, I don't know who dude is. But yeah,
you
man.
Weather? Or you talking about me?
No, the Mama Waldy dude. I don't know who he is.
You talking about BGS?
Oh, I don't know who BGS is either. I don't really. I be on YouTube, but I don't be like in the rabbit holes of YouTube like that. So I mean,
okay.
I'll tell anybody, you know, that it you know, it's not like it's bragging, but it found me. I didn't go looking for it. You know, the only chat up until like 2019 that I ever really said anything in, there's really two of them, was O'Shea and Nihilus, you know, and that's when I first came to YouTube. I really got in deep around, I would say about 3-4 years ago. So
okay,
you know, and then
but he's speaking on this whole Cat Williams thing. Yeah, you saw the numbers. They at 31 million right now.
Man, that shit's crazy.
I don't know why. Like, what's the stuff you already knew
for a 3-hour interview? But you know, people like that shocked and surprised about shit that they would hear murmurs, you know, every now and again. But I've heard like most of this stuff before anyway. This is Cedric stealing the jokes, and you know that's
been saying that stuff for years. Yeah.
I mean, at this point,
stole my joke. Yeah.
At this point, I feel like 90% of all comedy, whether it's white or black or Mexican, you're gonna get thieves. Same thing with the music industry. Like, look at hip hop. Like majority of hip hop comes from samples. They come from like drum samples and synthesizer samples and shit like that. I mean, stuff like that. It was like everybody's gonna be some thief. There's gonna be thieving in pretty much everything. So like, I mean, they've got Cat Williams thieving a little bit with some JB Smooth jokes or whatever like that. So it's like what he was saying or you know riding against. Cat Williams was low key guilty of the same thing. I mean, if you watch the first Sunday movie, like he played a feminine choir director. If you remember the movie,
yeah, somewhat. Like I watched.
I mean, what's even the market? I mean, what's even the market for comedy? I mean, I don't know. Other than these Netflix specials, but I mean, anybody get anything on a Netflix thing if you had a name previous. I don't even know why it's even a conversation because most people don't even watch these specials anymore. I mean, I feel like it's a dying market, but I don't know. That could just be
unless they got like gravitas like Dave Chappelle. I mean, people watch those. But
he's like the top of the top, right? I mean, top five. I mean, other than him.
Well, I
don't even know of any upcoming comedians other than them being going like maybe Saturday Night Live or I don't know like who. Like,
and then I mean, Chris Rock just had that selective outrage, so people was
that's Chris Rock.
I mean, And then the selling point was the slap. So they wanted to see what he was gonna say about that.
Well, most of these comedians of today's age, they're not doing stand up. They're usually on TikTok or Facebook Shorts or YouTube Shorts. Right. Do it like somebody. I read this one post saying that Drewski was better than Chris Rock or some shit like that. And I'm like,
Drewski is hilarious.
That nigga is corny. Same thing with
it's the millennials, man. We love it, man. We love that.
Okay, so wait a minute. So just because the millennials say something, it's automatically gospel. Like I mean that.
No, it's not that. I'm just saying that his comedy tends or is more, I guess, marketable to a millennial and younger generation.
Like today's comics today that I find very funny would have to be RDC. He's funny, and I like he's the black dude that lives in the house with some other black dudes, and they do like.
Oh, you talking about the anime guys? RDC World 1.
Yeah, he's funny, and also Long Beach Griffin is funny too. Long Beach Griffin, he's extremely hilarious. That's like the only two out of like the whole millennial comedy people right now that's funny. Drewski, he's not funny. The dude who got
he's
punked,
hilarious.
That nigga's corny. The other nigga too. He got punked by those two rappers, Southside and that light skinned nigga who like T.I. He's from Chicago. What's that dude's name? He got punked during his own interview. He got a cup through at him. The black dude with the bumpy face who does like the awkward interviews with like man.
Come on, Funny Marco?
Yes. He's not like he's corny too. Like dude is corny.
Why they corny? Because you just don't like their comedy? Like
it's not that. It's just like, dude, like for one, like they just base their comedy off of awkwardness. Like the Funny Marco dude. He just stares off into space and asks random awkward questions.
It might not be your flavor of comedy, but I mean,
okay. So growing up, who was a comic that you didn't really like or thought was overrated growing up or coming up?
What's his name from Kings of Comedy? The least funny person on Kings of Comedy.
D.L. Hughley?
Yes.
Oh, you don't think D.L. Hughley is funny either?
No, he's just loud, got a scruffy, gruffy voice, and doesn't really punch.
What disappointed me about DL on Kings of Comedy, they were all recycled jokes. All of them. I was expecting some new shit for the movie. Nope, not at all. I was like, but what up, Dre? You there? Judge.
Yeah, I'm here.
Now, what if somebody told you, oh, like maybe it's just because you don't really
here comes the Suns.
What is that?
Now, what if somebody told you like, oh, you just don't like him because like he's not your speed, or oh, you just don't understand him?
It's like no. That's fair. If they say you don't like him because that's not your speed, yeah. Because it really all is opinionated, right?
Right. Yeah, you're right. Okay, that's fair enough, I guess. I mean,
yeah.
DC Young Fly, Detroit 313. I ain't think DC Young Fly was all that.
He's low-key funny. He's low-key funny.
He roasts people pretty good, but like when he was doing the "fuck you mean" skits, I mean, first two times was funny, but then it was like, all right.
Yeah, he burned it out.
He gets blackface.
Yeah. Like roast me is for Craig Smith is funny.
Yeah.
Well, I think that a lot of people don't understand what D.L. Hughley is. That this D.L. Hughley is one of those.
Somebody got a bag of chips going.
Yeah, of course. D.L. Hughley is one of those ones where he hits you with he hits his. It ain't really. He masks the truth. He masks like truth in jokes, basically. You understand what I'm saying? Like he wants to say stuff that really piss white people off, but he masks it in a joke, and that's the reason why he's really not that funny. But like when it comes to like hitting hard, like especially on his shows and all like that, he hits hard with the jokes on. You really know that's fucked up, but you ain't saying nothing about it. So like you ain't gonna crack, you ain't gonna like a little cough up a lung laughing at DL Hughes. You know, not gonna happen. Like I ain't even gonna lie, that what's that gay chick who
Wanda Sykes?
No, it's this gay chick who she always talk about like that, and she talk about like how the difference is like when she was sucking dick compared to when she started eating pussy.
Talking about Wanda Sykes?
No. She's been on the internet. They be using her like, man, it was just so easy. You know, all I gotta do is like do this, suck a dick, and be cool. He's like, nah, the fuck is I'm like, cause she dressed like a dude. That chick is kind of funny. I'll give her.
Is she related? Well, I'm sorry. Wait, is she
I
related
can
to?
find her on the internet, but if you want me to, I'll find her. But she's like, yeah, man, all I got to do is right now. He's like, now that I'm the man, I got to do all this type of shit. And like, she'd be like, that would be funny.
Yo, you talking about? Wait, is she related to the Raines brothers?
No.
Well, I thought they were straight.
That's crazy.
She's a lesbian, and she looks like she's dressed like a dude now, and she's a woman. But she's talking about how, man, when I was, maybe I'll find it so you can play a little skip of her. She's like, man, when I was sucking dick, it was just a lot easier.
Okay.
Now that I'm the guy, you know.
I mean, say Kim. Detroit said Kim Wayans. No,
What's
okay.
That chick's name. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let me find her. Hold on.
But most women comedians ain't really that funny though.
I mean, Tiffany Haddish isn't.
Yeah.
Like the last woman comic that the last woman comic that really made me laugh was Wanda Sykes, and I was like in 11th grade when I watched one of her specials.
Simply Marvelous on Def Comedy Jam made me laugh. I think Monique made me snicker, but
she never made me laugh. She never made me laugh.
Yeah.
Notice that he said snicker, not laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough, I guess.
Yeah, what up, Andre? 416, what's good?
Yeah, as I always do, good evening / good night to the panel and the chat. I'm not sure why the brother, when he seen me coming up, he was like, here comes BGS Sons, which is just rude for no reason. I don't treat people like
Nah,
that.
you and Judge Dre.
Oh man, you better not take anything serious over here, man.
Andre, I've seen you get spanked on panels. Andre, come on, man. You know BGS he be reprimanding you, man. Come on.
Well, the problem
why you let him treat you like that?
Well, I ain't gonna lie. The problem
Let's
is
bring the smoke.
No, but
well, I never came up here for that actually.
It's a smoke show, right?
Here because we're talking about comedians, but in reference to
it's a smoke show. Bring the smoke.
I mean, if you're like about drama and shit, then I could, if you like. Like
that's
even
not
though
drama.
It's like a waste of time.
It says smoke show like, Sundays.
I'm just saying the typical detractor says they're against this type of shit. But
listen, Kev, that's what I told you. That's what I told you because you don't agree. You a detractor.
Okay, well, like I said in the chat earlier, like you're what you were talking about is that like people are looking for internet daddies. Like my dad just got remarried and he's doing quite well for himself, but we talk almost every day. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about with that shit.
No. I say internet. Like internet. Your father is your one in real life. I'm saying, but your one on the internet who reprimands you on panels, who shushes you and monitors your language.
Well, maybe you're looking at a different reference to a father than I am, but in my eyes, a father is your biological dad, and my dad is doing quite well.
No, exactly. I'm talking about a different version. I say internet, so I'm being very specific.
Well, anyways, since what you're talking about is
basically, listen, Andre. He's trying to say is he's son.
I get what he's trying to say.
Right. That's exactly what I'm saying.
I get what he's trying to say. I'm just trying to say my whole thing is that like.
I you can disagree. It's cool.
I could actually learn from, and I have been learning stuff from him. So that's why I put up with with his disrespect.
to you as
exactly
a
that I
grown
would
man.
take from
You
anybody
put
else.
that.
Even Keep It 100 said the same shit. So like, I don't know why you're trying to like come with this goofy shit, acting like
No.
he's
I
over
just
here
don't get
calling
it.
me
Like,
out on my name. And, like,
I don't get why somebody on the internet can reprimand you on the panel as a grown man. Like, you said that you have a father that you have a good relationship with. Why would you not allow another man to reprimand you on the panel? Because you can learn from him. You can learn from a lot of people. That doesn't give them some advantage to disrespect you.
I
That's my
literally said
position.
that like if I'm able to learn something that I obviously, yes, you could learn from anywhere. That's what books and the internet is for.
I
But
think what you don't understand,
to
brother,
get like
man,
a
is
higher
this.
concentration of what the things that I'm trying to learn about, like yes, I will
Listen.
put up with a higher level
Listen.
of shit
It's
that I
crazy.
wouldn't normally do.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you like this. There is a certain level of respect because BGS is known for doing that, and I hate to say, brother man is starting to get is not as sharp as he was because I've been listening to him for about 10 years, and I realize sometimes I've seen him call, yeah man, calm down. He's yelling the wrong name. He's done that minute. Like the other day, I was on the panel with him. I'm like, dude, that ain't even me talking, bro. And he's yelling at, hey Drake, Judge, calm down. I'm like, dude, ain't nobody say shit.
Well, I can't front because I watched
Right.
that stream as
Brother
well,
man's
and you
getting
were
you're
interrupting
getting
a lot. I gotta say
But
that.
what I'm trying to say is this. I totally understand where he's coming from because he's saying, how are you gonna let a motherfucker that you ain't never seen in real life?
Never seen.
Right.
Yeah.
No, right. And no sense. Technically, the only reason why any of us have credibility, any of us, and that's including me included, is just because we've been around a while. Right,
Well,
like literally, I mean, basically, it's what it is. Where there's a certain level of respect that you want to go with people, but you don't. The problem is this: is you don't elevate a person. You should never elevate anyone. Not me, not you, not Kevin, not BGS, anybody to godlike status, because that means I hate. Wait. Let me finish. Because when you elevate somebody to godlike status, you might as well have been having sex with them. I mean, especially for a person that you ain't never met. But you understand what I'm trying to say.
Saying that.
Like, you don't elevate nobody to godlike status and you ain't never met them. I hate to say that,
like
bro.
for example, like look at how like MOT, when like I was on Marcus's panel and he was talking crazy, and the first time I gave him a break, and then like the conversation actually got productive, which wasn't spoke about, and I was trying to get to, but he just couldn't shut the fuck up, so I can never get that point out. But when he was being disrespectful again on the stream, I told his ass, I'm just like, bro, if you're gonna threaten me, like I take that shit personally. So like in real life, if you said some goofy shit like that to me, talk about you're gonna throw me down a flight of stairs, you would have caught a bullet, nigga. Like fuck.
No, that's out of no. Definitely, MOT is mostly out of pocket.
He was out of pocket for that shit. I'm like,
yeah,
nigga, you would have caught a bullet in real life talking crazy like that.
MOT got a thing. Like real life and internet life. There are no delineations between the two. Mainly with MOT,
Right.
He feels like if you're saying something that he doesn't agree with, then you're in some way threatening to society. Or I don't know. I don't really get it. He's very quick to threaten.
And that's the whole thing. That's the argument that I was making against the dude. It's just like you're saying like you're anti the space, you're anti like all this like Pookie Ray shit, but here you are threatening people on the internet. Like how goofy is that? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
This
is what I want. I'm gonna let you know there's something like this. I sit there and laugh because I would sit here and you see all these content creators, all these panelists, and all like this. I remember, I've been around doing it for like 12, 15 years, somewhere between there. I used to laugh when all these people talk about what they're gonna do and all like this shit. And I would sit there and laugh. I said, all y'all niggas talking shit. But I used to say, how many of y'all actually got a criminal record for beating people's asses? None of them. So I said, you don't just talk shit on the internet. I mean, I used to tell them all the time, well, wait a minute, I'm the only one with a criminal record, still fighting people to this day. I mean, like literally, I said, so if anybody got any street cred, it's me. I got the criminal record, I got the juvenile record, I got the adult record. I mean, like to this day. I said, half of these people, they ain't never been nothing. They ain't never been no fighters. They ain't never done nothing with their
All right, Drake.
period. No, but
ain't never been no fighter. All right.
No, but
Yeah,
it's
happy
true.
with yourself, bro? You
No, I'm not
happy?
happy. No, I'm not. Listen. I'm not trying. This is the
Yeah.
problem. What I'm trying to say is,
Are you over there dancing
oh,
with your shoulders right now, ain't you?
no, I'm
Okay,
not.
it is.
But what I'm trying to say is that, like this, is when it all boils down on the internet, it don't mean shit.
I mean,
And that's
I
why I
have.
laugh when these people
especially
sit
in
up
the
here and
case of
say, "I'll
MOT.
fight you." Right. I'll fight you. What the hell are you talking about, dude? You don't even fight in real life.
No,
You see what I
especially in the
mean?
case of.
It's like you
I'm sorry.
like
Go ahead,
these
Kev.
kids on Call of Duty. Like when you play Call of Duty, them kids on Call. I mean, like literally half of
Man,
these
look.
motherfuckers are them.
Man, look, I've never heard of a drive-by happening on the information superhighway, so I think we're
No.
good. We're good.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
And that's also one of the points I want to bring up is that all of MOT's threats to cause people bodily harm are unsubstantiated, and they're just
Yeah.
things that he say on the internet. He has never, in the history of the time being in the black manosphere, said a threat and carried it out. So it's almost like he might as well not even say it. They're all unsubstantiated. He has no instances of doing anything.
Well, a lot of people
That's
aren't
why it's
anything in
goofy.
real life, so they got to do something on the internet. I mean,
Yeah.
I hate to say that. It's just really what it is.
and look, let me read this super chat by Weather.
What?
Thanks once again, brother. Thanks for the super chats, by the way. Yeah. So Weather says Blackula 3, the sons of Mama Waldy, both my name Andre.
Oh.
Come on, man.
Okay.
It seems like Weather has seen some of BGS's work on you, Andre. So, you know, I think we all, I think more than anything, it isn't necessarily calling you a son to like disrespect you, but it's like, man, I wish that brother would fight back, man. Like that's my major thing. I wish he'd stand up for himself rather than just letting some older, unsubstantiated credits like he. I don't think BGS is in any position to disrespect any man on the internet, let alone a panel. And I think it's just a fight back, Andre. Mainly is what I'm saying.
Well, if you literally take the context of disrespect, no one is in the position to do that to you at all. Not anyone.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I'll be for. I don't know. It's just so. That's me. That's that's me. Think how you want it, but yeah, that's my position.
Yeah,
it's funny. You gotta realize
I
that half the
coming
shit is
from that.
entertainment, man. Entertainment. Don't take it personally.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
definitely entertainment. Yeah,
and
I'm definitely entertained. Don't worry, Drake.
Right,
I'm
this-
definitely.
right. Right, entertainment. Don't take that shit personal. I ain't gonna lie. When somebody lash out, just lash back out at them.
That's my thing. I've
Right.
lashed back.
Right,
But
lash back out at them. Don't let them lash at you and don't lash back. It's like,
see,
you know
but
what,
Drake,
fuck
see,
you,
the
nigga.
problem is that when you
Yeah,
lash
right.
back at them, because I went at it with BGS several times, they just block
yeah.
you. They just block
Definitely.
you and time
Well,
you out and
well,
drop you from panels when they don't
I
agree
know.
with your point.
I know.
It's that they
Oh,
could
BGS
dish it out so much, but they
well,
don't
I-
ever want nobody to give them smoke back. So
Well, I got
Hey.
BGS a couple times. So I'm like, yeah, nigga, I thought you said this, that, and the other. I said, no, nigga, didn't I tell you that this was about to happen? Oh, no, that's crazy. Like, he went on like 2 hours, like, down at me, just me and him, down at me and talk about shit happen. Then a couple months later, I'm like, I thought, didn't somebody say this? Oh, yeah, you did say that. You was right on that. And then it's over with. But I'm like, no, nigga, you gave me like a 2-hour talking to about how I was going to be wrong.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Listen up. Listen up, guys. You know,
He don't like to
B-
be wrong. He's been wrong, but he don't like to be wrong. That
Of
man,
course.
You want to get BGS this
No
get
man
take
likes
him
to be
wrong.
wrong.
He don't like to be wrong, bro. And he takes it personal. That's how you can tell when you piss him off. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's over with." And I'd be like, "Oh, that's how you know you got him."
all right.
Okay,
Okay.
Kev. I know you're trying
Yeah.
to steer in a different direction.
No. It's like this. BGS isn't here. If he was here, it would be different. But you know,
Okay.
it's like, and you know, 1 or 2 comments, that's great. But you know, we don't want to get into a whole 10, 20 minutes about a man who shows up here on a regular to say this stuff anyway. So if he comes in, you know, y'all say what y'all want to say. But you know, let's just get back to the whole original purpose why we're here. You know, we're talking about, you know, the comedians, and one thing I really wanted to point out is, you know,
Oh, it was about the comedians. Okay, I didn't know that.
or the
Talk about.
or the manhood image that, you know, all of this shit is exposing. And you know, what we can do on a individual basis about it. I mean, this stuff does kind of make me a little bit ashamed to see black men, going this effeminate direction just to, just for a few bucks. I mean, perhaps any comments on what the images, the type shit that we keep seeing, and we thinking these guys are killers and they ain't,
Okay, this is
you see shit like this.
With the images, think about this. Like like if you thought that, I mean, you would never think that there would be that many women who would just be like Sexy Red acting like that. You like, okay, fine, it's a lot of ratchet women, but I never thought it would be that many.
Yeah, they working on them right now, but they've been got us brothers.
Right. But I said it now. But then you see, it's a good. I mean, half of these simps out there are the same. That half of these simps they put on that dress in a heartbeat for the $1 million. I mean, they would. Like some people, they don't have it. Yeah. Integrity is gone in the generation. Like we're probably gonna be the last generation, our age group, that had any little integrity left, and half of us don't have integrity.
Well, I think also that industry, that entertainment industry as a whole, it's not led by manly men. It's led by a lot of men who are effeminate, a lot of men who are different, right?
Of course.
Subscribe to different lifestyles. So those who are under them are subjected to their, their taste.
Well,
so
not even that.
Yep.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Now, I'm about to say also along with that, right, is that I think it also speaks to the fact that the black community should never make their entertainers the leaders of their group, right?
Definitely.
Because look at the industry that they are subjected to. Look at the industry that they're that they're subscribed to. There's no credibility in this, right? A lot of times it's sacrifices, people get picked, favoritisms, and all types of favors, like the one we see on the screen right now. So, I mean, hey.
Well, think about it. One of the things I've noticed, even when it comes to any group of people who have money or a lot of resources, like when I was selling mortgage, them white boys, they were all coked up and everything like that. And those people who make good money, they party hard, and that means they play hard. So that runs deep in their circles, like all of the crazy crap and sexual orientation stuff like that. Or you see, a lot of them are bi, and that's just normal in their circle. I'm pretty sure a lot of them got their jobs not because of what they know, but because of their friends, and they realize, well, wait a minute, you cool with us and you participate in this type of lifestyle, or you allow this dumb shit to be around you without you calling it out.
To piggyback off of what Judge Ray was just saying, it's not because of who they know, it's about who they blow.
Yeah.
That's kind of what Cat was talking about.
Hate to say it, it's true.
I mean, it's been out there though, right? The Terry Crews thing, he had his whole quote unquote, they called it a meltdown, but he just bucked against the system that was trying to pull him in. Like he was up there. He was borderline. I mean, he was B-list, borderline A- list celebrity for
what happened?
A minute.
What happened? And then what happened? He turned down a sexual advance from a person, and then after that, you ain't never seen that nigga since. Never. It's like holding a broad accountable for some shit she did. All of a sudden, now you the worst person in the world, and next thing you know, they're looking for any dirt in the past to cancel you.
And it seems to be something commonplace, right? You never heard of a Kevin Hart saying, somebody tried some advances towards me, and right? You never heard of them saying that they refused any sexual favors, but they at the top. And I'm not saying that they're there, but I'm.
Hey, Kev, can I ask you this? What movie is that, so I know not to watch it?
This is supposed to be Central Intelligence. I haven't watched the movie. It's just that when you have a Facebook account, with outspoken folks, you get images like this.
I believe I watched that movie, but I don't recall this scene.
Well, not even the fact of that, but when you think about The Rock, he done lost credibility after the fact of that. You see when he was running them commercials where they bought all that land and he talking about, yes, you middle class people, can you just? I'm like, what the fuck, nigga? You can pay for all that
donating.
Yeah, hell, I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? You two rich ass motherfuckers trying to get broke people who gas is expensive, and these motherfuckers can't barely buy a pack of cigarettes or a damn loaf of bread, eggs at $4, and you trying to get these niggas to donate. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, man.
I can't wait to water her.
Yeah, but I mean, Dwayne the Rock Johnson, man, he was one of my favorite people for a minute. You know, I was a fan, and you know,
he sold out about 10 years ago, though.
Man, but that Hollywood shit, man, just
man. He don't stay out of a movie. He don't stay off a movie set. Like he's always getting opportunities.
Right.
Well,
right. And also too, and think about it. It ain't like he done some showstoppers. All his shit been bombed.
No.
So that
It'd
goes
be
to show you
mid at best.
Garbage.
Mid at best.
So
like it's literally like copy, like what Jumanji
right,
2
right,
is
right.
whatever else these action movies jumping from a bill. I mean, it's nothing great.
But now what's that mean? Now think about it. You doing mediocre performances, but your ass stay busy. What does that mean? I wonder what else you do.
To what Days just said is what I was about to comment on. Like what I used to like The Rock was when he was in the WWF.
Yeah.
I don't know about when he went to Hollywood.
I mean,
when he first went to Hollywood, he was cool. After about 3 years in, you can tell that The Rock is he was tainted like 3 years in. You could tell because he started acting really weird. Even right now, like think about this: how many times do you see a mediocre actor constantly stay busy? No, unless they're doing something else on the side. Like, hey man, well, it's like I'm putting them in it because you my girl. Because you his bottom dude, so that's why he stay busy.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That's what it is. I mean, come on, dude. I mean, like, come on. Here's the question: when's the last time you seen Rock in a decent role in 10 years? I'll wait.
What was that one superhero movie? What was that one superhero movie? I thought that was
what movie he was decent in.
That was a little better than okay. That was okay.
My Black Adam.
Yeah.
No,
Black Adam was okay.
Look at those. Pull up those numbers of Black Adam, Kevin. That was garbage. That was a flop.
Yeah, it made about 300 million.
There was one movie that he was decent in.
Yeah.
Faster. He was decent in Faster. You ever seen Faster?
Oh, Red Notice. Red Notice he was good in.
No.
And also think about it. When you in 10, 15, 20 movies in the last 4 to 5 years, you're going to have some okay. You're going to have some okay.
Right. I hate to say something. Half of them, but think about it. You cannot think of a Rock line that you be like, man, he just laid that scene out.
Nah.
Like, ain't no lines like, at least with Arnold Schwarzenegger, you can
He's
name
not that
lines
guy.
in movie. You can Wesley Snipes, you can name that. Keanu Reeves, you can name lines of movies where he just like played that part so well that it bring back memories. Whoever hear that line,
man, Arnold ain't no real good actor for real, man.
No, he's not. But he ain't. Think about it. Arnold's not a good actor. No, he's never been a good actor. He played a fucking machine with no emotion. But I mean,
he represented something, and in Rambo, he represented something for the time.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. You can literally name Sylvester Stallone lines, and Sylvester Stallone ain't been a good actor before you can name a Rock line. Name a Rock line. I mean, come on now. You can't name.
I think he has a comedic appeal, though. I think he does.
No,
like he's
no.
No, yeah, he's not funny. Nice. I think he learned to be funnier. I think he's got. I tried.
Oh yeah, the original reason why I came up on this panel where you guys were talking about comedians. I wanted to ask Gabe and that other dude that was here when he left out. But what are your thoughts on Hannibal Buress?
It's that dry comedy that's important. That's very popular.
I liked him in his first few specials, but then it started going downhill.
I haven't seen too much after like some of his first work, so I don't think I'm in a position to really give it a big opinion because I haven't seen a lot of his work. So I say that.
But see what's so bad is, so think about it. You guys, after all this time, ain't nobody still naming a Rock line. We sit up here, but think about it. Even in the chat room, ain't nobody named a Rock line.
I got
But
one.
I said, but I guess when you
he
give
say?
people hand jobs, you can already can stay at work.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
hey man, they keep them a lot of
Hey,
work.
look, listen up. We don't have any actual evidence of Dwayne Johnson giving hand jobs, so I'll just go ahead and put that out there. For
Well,
those who've
let me tell
observed
you.
Tasha K. But
Well, let me tell you what we do have. We haven't seen Terry Crews in an Old Spice commercial since he refused one.
Thank you.
So
Because
Good point.
no, that's the problem.
And he was the Old Spice man.
Thank you.
These Super Bowl commercials and any of the type of sporting events. And
After that, you never seen him. And also,
I ain't seen him in one.
Right. And see, what happened is, I believe that he was trying to, what Terry Crews was doing, and you can tell, he was trying to, okay, look, I'm going to skirt the line. I'm not going to do anything too extreme. Or if he did do any innuendos with some people, it was definitely on the hush hush, or where nobody had no proof, because you can see it's like they was pushing him more and more to get that. Because you remember, that's the thing that started it is when somebody came up and grabbed his junk.
Yeah.
I mean, I think about it. Now he come out against that. Think about it. He came out against a female grabbing his junk that he didn't like, and then all of a sudden now you don't never get a job again. Right?
Nope.
I mean, come on now. Or now
you seen him since.
Right.
He's some type of activist now, right? He's like an activist against us.
The problem is this: you told a person no, and that's one thing a black man should be, is technically in their book is never allowed to tell them. A black man should never refuse what they give you. When they offer you something, you better take it. That's basically what they were trying to, and they showed him. That's exactly. But no, haven't we heard that status quo? When they offer you something, you better.
You don't think he ever said no? You don't think Steve?
He said no.
No, I'm talking about Steve. He just put Steve on the screen. You don't think Steve Harvey ain't?
No, Steve Harvey is a fucking simple.
I just thought about another movie that The Rock was decent in, The Other Guys, but he wasn't in there for long.
No.
Let's aim for those bushes.
Right. This look at it, but look at it. You got to sit here and rack your brain to try to find it. Right. You ain't missed. That's going to show you it's nothing memorable.
Nah.
That's right.
Yeah,
I think about how does an actor stay. I mean, every time you look up, this nigga's in something. He's in commercials over bullshit products. I didn't see him in, because it's like 2 or 3 products he's advertising. Like look at Dwayne Rock Johnson endorsements. Look up all the products he's advertising right now. Now think about this.
Hey, I will say this. He has Terramana Tequila, and he just merged XFL with the USFL to form the UFL. Plus, there's a possibility he could be a part of WrestleMania this year too. So he's still doing stuff.
But here's the question. Come on now. His acting and shit has been weak lately. I mean,
man, he's never been a bang up actor though. Never. Like, I mean,
but
he played
A-list.
No.
Yeah, that's Hobbs. That's Hobbs from Fast and Furious. You know,
I know how. Right, literally, they don't even. What's so bad? They don't even like him on that show. You know, the other actors in the movie don't like him on there.
Oh yeah.
I heard about it. He got the biggest dressing room out of all of them.
I can't even front. Like Judge Gray's making a.
Wait, he got the biggest dressing room, but nobody like your ass. What the? I mean, that seems suspect. I'm just.
You trying to make friends, or you trying to make money?
Exactly. Maybe that's why they don't like him. He got the biggest dressing room.
You got the biggest dressing room. You're not a real good actor, and nobody like you on the set, but yet you're still there. Wonder what you did to get that position.
I mean, that picture says it all.
Thank you.
That picture says it all
right there. That sounds suspect as fuck. Come on, man.
I mean, it's past the point of suspicion at that point.
Right.
That picture
suspect as fuck.
Like I said, it's past the point of suspicion at that point. You know that saying, a picture's worth 1,000 words? Yeah, I read that book. I'm good.
But look, that's 51%. If this was a civil suit, he'd be fucked.
Steve
Harvey.
And Steve Harvey stayed busy.
Yeah.
He's staying something. I mean, Family Feud. I mean, commercials. He was doing what was
Steve
that?
Harvey.
The pageant. the pageant, the
Well,
American
yeah, he was
Miss
doing the beauty
Universe or
pageants
something.
and all that. But that's why
Yeah.
I hate to say Steve Harvey was. I hate to say Steve Harvey is a low key. He's like a Derek Jackson.
Hmm.
Basically, that's what Steve Harvey is. He's the
Yep.
TV. He's the big screen Derek Jackson. That's all it is. And he's never going like if you ever notice, he's never going to do anything because that's his bread and butter. He's done made that bed and he has to lie in it, and he knows that. Like literally, that's why you will never see that nigga around regular dudes because they will beat the shit out of his ass for that simping shit. You
I
will
mean, what
never
do you
see
think
him.
changed, right? Because he used to be the leader of the black comedians, right? He was pretty much the headliner.
Never.
But
No.
no. He was the.
No. He was.
What you mean? Like he was
What are you talking about?
he was the most famous.
No,
Wait, he was the
wasn't.
most famous person out of the
No.
Kings of Comedy at the
No,
time, right?
No, he wasn't. Bernie Mac was actually.
What?
More famous.
Yes.
Bernie Mac
Bernie
might
Mac
have been
was funnier.
funnier.
Bernie Mac.
Yeah, he
Bernie
was
Mac.
funnier.
Bernie Mac.
Might have
when
been
it came to
funnier, but
comedian-
Steve was considered the leader.
because he was kissing the girl's ass. He was selling. He was a Steve was a damn. He was a
Steve wasn't on that
he
simp
was a
shit
sales-
back in Kings of
he was-
Comedy though.
yeah,
That's what I'm
he was-
saying. Like,
oh,
come on. That's what I'm saying. Like, what changed?
Yeah, he
Because
wasn't
was
on
it?
that.
He
I
was
can
a
agree with
sales.
that.
Steve is a salesman. That's what he is. He's a salesman. He was never good. He wasn't that funny. He's okay. You know, like literally, ain't nobody gonna be sitting up here thinking like when 50 years from now. Oh yeah, man, remember Steve Harvey? No, they're not gonna be saying that. Like
On the
literally.
Kings of
Right.
Comedy, he was second, right? He was a good second.
I
Maybe
think
2A,
Steve Harvey was
2B.
better than him.
I mean, that's not saying much though. You had
Right,
DL and
right.
Cedric the Entertainer.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. Right.
Okay.
I mean, like when I think of Steve Harvey, I can put him on a battle of Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, kind of even like what's that black guy that's always on that white Vlad, that guy Godfrey level, that type level Max. You know,
No, I would disagree. If
you
you're
know,
talking about
Max.
Steve Harvey, if you're talking about Steve Harvey, I would disagree. I think
You know.
Steve Harvey has cemented himself in black culture.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he's done
Absolutely. In comparison to the.
Go
Go ahead.
been simping. That's why he's been simping. He's a salesman. He's a poster child, basically.
But then
That's
what's
what he
wrong
is.
with that though? Because it seems like being funny isn't enough to propel you beyond your peers. It seems like there needs to be some business acumen. He needs to have some, like you saying, some salesman skills.
Salesman.
So and I think that does say something, right? Even though he might not be the funniest, or he's not the funniest out of his peer group, he still has been able to propel himself into a more successful career than his peers.
Well, he's a salesman, which is good, fine in the beginning, fine. But then once he sold out, you already see, like, because he would dodge. Steve been sidestepping questions for like 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then I mean, like, if
He
you
was
ever
more
noticed
politically correct, I guess.
Yeah, he would he'd been dodging questions for a long time. You couldn't even ask any, like, literally, you couldn't even ask any questions to like that. They wouldn't even allow that to go. That's the reason why he was on all those shows with women. Like,
see, but even take that material, right? That Bernie Mac set, you cannot take that and put that in 2023, 2024.
No, not
you
at
cannot
all.
put that. But you could probably take that Steve Harvey set to some degree and put that here, right? It's something in the branding, because you know, nothing wrong with Bernie. Listen.
No,
the
Bernie Mac
absolute
is
funniest.
dead. I just give an example. If you go back and watch it, Bernie Mac is dead. Trust me. If Bernie Mac was still alive, he would be killing all.
You think he'd be up there with
Definitely.
Steve right now? I don't know.
Oh, he'd be he would never, not in money wise, because Bernie Mac ain't no simp.
What?
He ain't no sellout.
You don't think Bernie Mac will be up here with Steve right now?
No,
That's
I don't
crazy.
think so.
No,
No.
he wasn't.
That's crazy.
No,
Bernie Mac, no, listen. Anybody that
it's
knew
his
that-
branding. His
I was
branding
talking to
isn't
that
as digestible to a wider audience.
Right. I was talking to talking to a woman just today. She's like 671. They were one of a friend of mine, and we were talking about Bernie. We just happened to talk about Bernie Mac today, and she was talking about, oh yeah, Bernie Mac was always level and grounded, because even back then, because you know, with them being much older than us and watching them younger, she said, oh yeah, he was never into that street type shit. He was always a homebody where everybody else was out running the street. He would go back to his dressing room and talk to his wife. That's what, for a 71-year-old woman to say that about Bernie Mac and knowing him then, You understand what I'm saying? Because she said he was never out into the limelight, never doing none of that dirt. That's the reason why you hear about Steve Harvey messing with other women and all that stuff. Not Bernie Mac, because he wasn't that type. He didn't run the streets like that.
Well, that Bernie Mac set is edgy. That's edgy.
Oh
It
yeah,
was probably one of the edgiest sets of the time. I mean, he talking about the sexual orientations of a little boy and the milk and cookie.
Oh yeah, you should have heard. You should have heard him talk about Michael Evans off Good Times too.
Listen,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I just don't think he was is as marketable as Steve.
Well, see, this is the thing. What's good and what's marketable is different.
It is true.
Everybody, Bernie Mac,
True.
it was the better, but Steve Harvey, it was more palatable to where you could sell that. Hey, I'm trying to sell to global, so this can be this works better. Even though it's not the best one, this works better because for the global market rather than which one is better. There's plenty of tool, like when you buy a tool, well, this tool is better for that particular thing. But if I had to buy one tool that does them all, I had to buy that one because that one has more uses.
I agree.
Hey, let me respond to Days real quick. He said Robin Harris didn't get a fair shake at all. Robin Harris died too quickly to get a fair shake. But I mean, you can go ahead and explain. Some talked about being robbed of a career, no pun intended. Was he murdered? I mean, because what they say he died from was a heart attack, right?
What?
Yeah, but go ahead.
Right.
Robin Harris is super funny. Hey, I've seen it with Robin Harris too, though. Robin Harris was in a dress at one point.
Uh-oh.
Like for real. Like I was very disappointed to find it.
What'd you think about the Bernie Mac show, Kevin?
Bernie Mac show, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
Classic.
I mean, classic.
Yeah.
Like literally. So could
I
it
grew
be a
up on
Steve
it.
Harvey show? Could it be a Steve Harvey show? I mean, think about it. Could it be a Steve Harvey
They
show?
rival. I think they rival.
No,
I would say that. I think they have different subject matter though.
Nah, Steve Harvey couldn't do that.
Steve Harvey you could roll up Steve all day and have 5 other writers with him, and he couldn't even do one show. He couldn't even do one season.
So Steve Harvey show, Bernie Mac show, and Everybody Hates Chris. I think those, because I think that those were somewhat like contemporaries around the same time.
Steve Harvey.
Yeah, probably Steve Harvey show. Funny wise, probably the least. Yeah, at the bottom.
Least. Steve Harvey. The only reason why his show got played is because I hate to say he was the. Don't you know? It's like basically the Steve Harvey show was what we call in salesman term a loss leader. That's really what it is. Loss leader. Sometimes you ain't really making no money on this, but you putting it out like that. He never got numbers like that. Go back and look at the numbers on the show. Never got numbers like that. But what they used that to parlay into other shit. That's what I think about it. The nigga was doing Family Feud, doing the disc, doing over there, doing beauty pageants over here. I mean, come on now. The reason why you're just doing 50,000.
I think it was a stepping stone.
No, but this
like,
no. It wasn't a stepping stone. Your ass doing 50,000 things because you ain't good at none of them. You ain't A1 it's like, no offense, Jack. It's like a jack of all trades, master of nothing.
Judge Dre, I think Gabe is mostly talking about Family Feud, and what I said in the chat earlier is like that show is mainly for white people.
No. I'm talking about the Steve Harvey show.
Right.
That was black, super black.
Right.
I'm talking about like why you're saying that like he's better and he's one of the more prominent comedians.
No. I never said better. I mean, comedic wise, I said that Bernie Mac was definitely funnier, but I just think he just has a more marketable brand to a wider audience.
Well, right.
And it shows in what he's been able to do in his career.
Right. Yeah. It's just like, well, think about it. It's a reason why Derrick Jackson, technically, even after all that bullshit, think about it. After all that bullshit that Derrick Jackson did, you would see, you would think that this nigga shouldn't be able to show his face nowhere. And what is he doing? He's back doing the same shit. And you go to the comment sections, they ain't even dogging him no more. They just eating it up again. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. But that's what they said. It's like, they like Raggedy Ann, Pinocchio in a toy box, sitting on his face. Lie to me, baby, lie to me. And that's what Steve Harvey is.
Didn't he lose some? I feel like he took a hit.
Right, he
though,
bounced
don't you
back.
think?
Oh, he bounced back.
Oh, he bounced
hard,
back.
dude.
Okay.
Hell yeah, that nigga.
Okay.
Because it comes across ever since when I was doing that, comes across every so often, and I had to put
Okay.
no, I don't want to see this shit no more. That nigga bounced because I don't pay attention to what the video say. I always read the comments. I love to read the comments. Like literally, I don't watch video. I read the comments. As soon as I go to video, first thing I do is start reading the comments while I'm watching.
I know
And them women were eating that and I'm like, dude, and every once in a while you can say, well, wait a minute. This nigga done had like 4 different bitches this year, and y'all motherfucking dummies still in here. Where's my money? I'm gonna buy your book.
Oh, he don't even really make videos anymore. He just does
Yes,
the
he
shorts.
does.
Does he?
Yeah.
I'm looking at his YouTube channel. Oh, okay. He does
Yeah,
lives.
he does
He does these
people- he-
lives.
right, he
Okay, I
does
see what you're
live.
talking about.
Right? They be, oh my gosh, they still
I
eating
see.
that shit up.
Oh,
Them
they
women
going
be
crazy.
eating that
Okay.
shit up. Yes. I'm like,
Okay, I'm
God,
checking it out now.
and I hate to say, that goes to show you how ignorant some women are, or most women are. You know, I tell them, it's like any one of us, we could all be millionaires right now. All we got to do is lose our integrity, start lying. Like you be like literally, Kevin could say, you know what, fuck y'all manosphere people. I'm gonna do this, that, and the other, and immediately tomorrow, it was in 6 months, he'll have to quit his job. He'll have more money in the bank. It'll be like 4 Bentleys sitting out in the yard. You know, it'd be 50 women out there trying to beat his wife up, trying to take Kevin from him.
Man, look, like Weather. I had to show Weather this. I mean, I hate to disappoint y'all, but yeah, this is Robin Harris, you know, in a dress. You know, yeah, I guess he was in the process, and you know, he pulled right out, and you know, unfortunately, you know, he's no longer able to give us the gift of comedy. So there it was. Sorry about it. You know, I was disappointed too when I saw it.
Wait. He said Chappelle roll a dress and Robin Hood men in tights. Oh yeah, but that's when he's like, let's get out of these lady clothes and get back into our tights. I remember that. I done seen that movie too many times.
Yeah, but that was more costumey than anything. I mean, it was a dress, but I mean, I saw that as more.
I saw that he was sneaking in, using that to sneak by.
Yeah,
security.
I saw that as more comical than feminine now. Like when they try to do.
Clark Dutton wore a dress in what is that movie? Scorpion King.
What? He wore a dress in Scorpion King?
Yes,
That's not a dress. That seemed to be like an Egyptian garb.
Yeah,
right.
But he was wearing women's clothing.
Wore a dress in Scorpion King.
Yeah, and basically, like he's like, let me see that face of yours, and he's like, oh shit.
Yeah, and then look at the mannerisms too.
Yeah.
Got the wig on. Oh man.
Come on, Robin. Not you.
Somebody smoking? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what that is. Okay. But
That's my nose.
What was that?
That's my nose stopped up.
Oh no, it's all good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. So you know, who knows how far do you guys go for a little fame and success, man?
Here's the question. Somebody say, snap your fingers right now. You're 1 million subs.
Mm-hmm.
You got to wear a dress for a week, Kevin. Would you do it?
Where?
Nah.
100,000 a month.
Let me say where.
I mean, if I gotta be at my house, shoot, whatever. I'm good.
I'm in the privacy of my own home where nobody can see me.
No, you got to go to work for a week like that.
Well, shit, I'll do it. I'm still at home.
Yeah,
I work from the crib.
Job, your other job.
Yeah.
No. You got to sit on the Rock's lap like he did, like Kevin Hart was.
Yeah, man.
Dude,
you keep moving. You keep moving the goalposts.
There you go. Go back and put that picture up you had up.
The man just gonna make it gay. Goddamn, just make it gay.
You gotta let him hold you like that. The Rock holds you like that, Kevin.
I would probably say no, to say the least. No, you know,
how much money would it take?
Unless they got guns to my family's head, then you know I'm just gonna have to you know. But
Well,
yeah,
how much
outside of
money would
that,
it take? How much money
no,
would it take for you to play that
Judge
part
Dre,
Kevin
you,
did?
you definitely moved the goalpost, man. The
Yeah, I
original
know.
question was, would
why you
you
keep
would
pushing
it
it?
just to release?
Like why you keep pushing this? Like it's actually gonna happen. Like damn, it's
No,
like
no,
nobody
he's
knows
not.
really. Nobody knows what they're gonna do until that type of money is in front of them. You know, so
Yeah,
this
it
is a
depends on the
question that,
person.
yeah, this is a question that I do not have to answer.
Well,
I mean,
nobody knows.
they
So,
always say
and-
everybody has a price.
No,
Everybody
Yeah.
has a price.
Some people.
That's what they say.
but
if they
until
like
that happens,
material
the
things.
answer is no.
But listen, if they like material things, like plenty of times I could have made money in here, but my integrity or I would have had to lie, and those things I just don't do no more. I don't steal, don't lie. And that's two of my things right there. Won't do. Like
Okay, this must have been some earth shattering shit, Dre.
No, I'm just saying. But think about it. Like, I'm not a materialistic type person now. Like I live well below what I make. You see now, I'm pretty sure you guys can pretty much tell I probably make more money than you think. And what do you see? Nothing.
Said Robert Townsend never wore a dress, and Robert Townsend only got to a certain level. Which we all seen Meteor Man. Meteor Man wasn't that good. You know, they could have gave
America.
Robert Townsend wasn't Coming to America.
No, I'm talking about somebody. I was reading the chat and somebody said Arsenio Hall.
Oh, Arsenio Hall wore a dress and Coming to America. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who else felt like that Coming to America was an apology for coming to America? You know, the Amazon Coming to America, they were somehow apologizing for some of the things that they did in the original.
Oh, you mean the second one? Yeah.
The original was crazy, man. Like I mean, I think because when did it come out? Did it come out in the 80s or the early
87?
90s?
87.
Okay, so that was before I was. So that was before I was born. But at the
God.
same time, I still, it's still. I felt the effects of it. I felt the effects of it as I was getting older because it was like because my dad is from Nigeria and my mom is from America. So all those coming to America jokes going through elementary school and everything, I used to be like, yo, this movie is crazy. This movie did damage. This, got super African last name, and the teacher called Rose, like, what is that, Velvet? And, everybody.
Now I do admit the barbershop scenes was like that. That was some comedy right there. The barbershop scenes, like.
And I'm African. Like I'm African only by names, so I don't really subscribe to the culture. I'm African American, so if you say anything about Africans, I don't care. I'm just letting
like you're African.
None of that will offend me. Yeah, listen, I've been called that. Listen, all my life, I've been all grown up.
I never watched part 2 of. I never watched part 2 just solely based off the reviews. It was. I just had to Google it just now just to look at it again and
to me it was too little, too late. Some movies they should have just let that rest. Like I'm not even gonna lie. After Bad Boy, they should have just let that rest.
Yeah,
that was another.
Man, what do you mean, bro?
Bad Boy.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah, we got
the
hope for you on that one, Jay.
Bad Boy for Life. Bad Boy for Life is garbage.
Yeah,
I don't disagree with you on that. But you said after part 1 that you.
No,
I was gonna say I thought 2 was alright.
2 was
like 2 was okay.
2 was the best one. All right, they should have left it alone. But remember, you waited like 20 years between 2 and 3.
Nigga, you said part 1, you stopped watching it. Stop the cat.
Part 2. I meant part 2 because part 2 was the best one. I'm sorry. Part 2 was the best one. The devil is not welcome here.
It was the time they checked that young man. He looked 30. That was 2, right?
That was the best.
Yeah.
That was the best. That was the best playing off each other.
classic.
It's funny because me and my boy used to do that, play off each other like that. That was the best. I had never seen two people play off each other like that, and just you could tell that just came out ad-libbed.
Yeah. And 3 was just I don't know. Martin just seemed a step slower, a bit, several steps slower. It just wasn't
damn weight. You should have been
getting older.
Yeah, it wasn't the same. He
And
wasn't the same.
he was overweight too. That nigga had. I mean, Martin
Yeah,
y'all
he
could have
was.
put that nigga on a diet before that because he was.
Well,
I
shit,
mean,
they trying to make a
he had
4.
I know. Nigga had
Nah,
no
let
neck
it
and
go.
shit. They are
Just let
trying
it
to make
go.
it.
Yeah, let it go for real.
They
I'm not
already,
watching
they
that
already in the
bullshit.
works of it. They already in the works. The script and written and
man.
everything.
They're trying to milk that as much as possible.
Right.
KNC and Red said, KNC and Red say there's no need for another Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they
know
brought
what
they brought that out on Netflix, didn't they?
Yeah. You know, so back the Beverly Hills Cops was decent back then. They should have kept them going back then, but that was just another too little. Just sometimes some shit you just gotta let it go. It'd been better if you can make a Beverly Hills Cop like movie, but whole new actors and everything else, and just call it something else.
You
I mean,
can't
there's plenty
make
of
another
names
one.
you can
Chris
name
Farley's
shit.
dead.
But you can make you can use that same setup and make another movie and a different name and a whole nother genre, and a whole nother series. A cop from out of town that does, what I mean? They could have done all that.
Or they could have made it to like children, like their kids grew up and now they're carrying on the legacy. That doesn't always fare well, but they could have used some some popular actors and actresses
right
today to
right.
continue it. And then they make some appearances like Martin and Will make some. I don't know, I'm not in that business, but
like Lethal Weapon 4 was that to me was a decent one too, which to a lot of people said that wasn't on it, but I thought with Jet Li was good to me.
Jet Li is old.
No, the one with Jet Li, the Lethal Weapon 4, but that didn't get good reviews when that was out.
Oh man, I love Lethal Weapon 4.
Yeah,
I liked it. Like the introduction to Jet Li, that was pretty good, man.
That was tight as hell. Jet Li, and I ain't gonna lie, I think what happened is Jet Li overshadowed him in that movie. He was like, he came in like in Renegade where Eminem took over the song.
I mean, it's Jet Li. I haven't watched Lethal Weapon 4. Like, I forgot about that movie actually.
That
introduced Jet Li to the States. That's what that movie was.
Yeah.
KNC and Red said Eddie is not the same comedian as he was then. You know why? Because Eddie Murphy has had daughters. That's what.
Whoa,
Yeah.
What's wrong with daughters?
No, nothing at all. I have a daughter. I mean, but
it does something to you.
I think what happened is his raunchy. He calmed down his raunchy style. He calmed down his raunchy style of comedy, and that's why I believe that Coming to America was sort of apologetic based on that. That does have an effect on some men. I'm not necessarily saying that it's a bad thing. It's just that we know where you're coming from, bro.
No, that was that was a talking point some years back. Daughter ninjas, like they need to get out of here because they sympathize with the gynocracy. That was the.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, you do. You kind of.
I was about to say that's what the Manosphere was talking about maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, something like that.
I don't know.
You had a daughter, you
I
were
just had a
compromised, is what they
conversation
were
about
saying.
that today.
Oh man, they was talking. I say 2018, 19ish, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I would hear murmurs about dads with daughters. I mean, I never really took it seriously. I know they ain't talking about me, but
until
I love my kid. First time I laid eyes on her, it was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Then what happened?
What you mean? Then what happened? She's still growing. I mean, she still got her daddy to protect her. I mean, that's what's going on.
How old is your daughter?
How old is she? She's 9.
Oh, nah, you still young.
I got a 1-year-old daughter. 15
Oh.
months. Yeah, 1-year-old, and my wife is 7 months pregnant. So
okay,
with a girl. So I'm about to be a double daddy daughter.
Oh man, you got quite a bit to look forward to, sir. I say that.
You ain't got no boys yet?
They are so much
not
fun,
yet,
bro.
not yet. We
man,
listen. We
I feel
gonna
sorry
keep
for
going
you.
till we get to at least 3 or 4. So
you fucked, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey.
Bro. You gonna be the only male in the house. That is not fun. You gonna be old.
Man, I know it. Yeah. Yes.
Man.
And then grandma's around all the time. She literally like the live-in nanny, so which is amazing.
I grew up. I was the only
again,
male in my
I'm outnumbered.
literally raised by women, all aunts and like no uncles.
Yeah.
Oh, that is not fun, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds like it.
Uh-oh. All the dudes on the panel got kids, look like. We got girls. Daddy,
Well,
we compromise,
my girl
fellas.
came last. My
We
girl came
compromise.
last.
Is that so?
We're all
My girl came
compromised. Yeah. We have sympathies to the gynocracy because we have daughters that we don't want to be gynocrats.
Well, but I look at that. I've seen some of the things that my daughters do, and I've told her like, hate to say something, baby. You don't need to say lines like this. I'm gonna let you know. You say lines like this, most men are gonna feel this type of way. Or you take pictures like this, most men feel this type of way. You know,
Well,
I'm telling her, I said, you don't realize it's gonna be 10 times worse. I always thought that. I ain't gonna lie. I was sitting there talking to a woman today. I said, I always thought that men had it bad, and I always said that, and I still believe that. But he said, now I actually starting to see the change. And I say, within a year or two, watch, you're going to see on mainstream media that these women are starting to catch flack for all the shit that they've been getting away. And they about to get, I hate to say, you're going to see women taking some of the things that, like getting our type of suicidal numbers in the next 2 years. Watch. They're gonna have to give watch. You're gonna see a lot more safety nets come out for them, and most of the time you're gonna see the safety nets come out to try to help them. And normally you'd be like, well, goddamn, they giving them another safety net. But after a while, you can be like, you know what? They can give them another safety net because they need it because they can't handle it. They are like literally.
Here's what I'll say about that.
What?
Just like they chipped away at our image, they started to chip away at their image too. They ain't got to do too much more to chip away at our image. Some of that crap we actually welcome, but now they working on theirs. So good luck with that shit.
Yeah,
I kind of had a position about daughters. I'm sorry, go ahead.
They're killing their image.
I was gonna say Judge Dre sounds like he's towing the line here, getting real close.
Nah,
there was a couple content creators recently that put out videos talking about like daughter dads, and it's one thing if you're a simp dad, and you're like
well, my
she's
kids
my
don't watch
princess, all that kind of bullshit. I'm not saying that's the case for you or anybody else here. I'm just saying there's one thing if that's what you're on.
Well, my daughter don't speak.
Another thing if you just
I
think the best thing that I think the best thing that a father can do for his daughter is giving her a positive mother image or female image to emulate. Because if
good.
Yeah. Because if you procreate with a trash woman and that's who the daughter is around all the time, then that kind of shoots your daughter in the foot. And I'm not saying that people don't make mistakes, but I think that those bad female representations can be one of the most detrimental things to daughters as they grow up.
Well, think about it. That's why the bad female representations are the reasons why you have people like Sukihana and Sexy Red. I mean,
man, speaking of Sukihana, she got a new tape out there.
Oh, she do?
Yeah.
Tape as in song, or you talk about
no, sex tape.
Yeah, I'm not
when Sukihana,
she a freak. So right, she already said that. I mean,
when Sukihana,
she is a freak.
like when she first popped up, and I heard her first song, I already knew she was on some bullshit. But the content creator that showed me about her, he was talking about her second song that she made. Her music video was on Pornhub. That need I say more?
Right. Well, this is the thing.
She has a bar though.
This is what I think about Sukihana is this. I think that the woman, she really didn't want to do that, but she realized it was popular. She fell into that niche. She like one of them people that you didn't experiment with. She already realized what it was. Like the coke is bad for you. You experiment with the coke.
Yeah.
You kind of okay with it, and then now you say, well, fuck it. I'm getting paid. I might as well just go all in, and that's what she's doing. Because you can tell that, like if you had to say which one is really ghetto, afterwards, Sexy Red or Sukihana, which one's ghetto? Sexy Red all day.
I don't know, man. They rival. They definitely rival, I would say.
Man, they were both on in a photo shoot on a dog leash. Yeah. They come from the same ratchetness.
similar
Yeah.
and
Video.
similarly
No.
similar
But it's men that
ratchet
dated Sukianna, and they said,
origin.
man, no, it was men that dated her in the past, and they said, no, man, she wasn't like that. She just fell into this life, and then she just went totally. It's like she was like a drug addict on drugs.
Well, to be fair, I haven't actually listened to like Sexy Red shit because I don't listen to that kind of bullshit. But like my comparison that I had at the time was like Sukianna and Glorilla. But Sukianna, just based off of what I've seen from her, like in comparison to Sexy Red and like the little things I've seen her, like I've heard her say and what people have spoke about her about, I'd say Sukianna is more ratchet. And the reason why I say that is when I seen her first video, there was a chick in her music video, like I think she was like twerking like while pushing the stroller. There was like somebody twerking on a kid. I'm just like, this is crazy.
No, but see, this is what I
Man.
think. Sukianna comes off as that. She comes off as that hard rapper, like, yeah, motherfucker, I'll beat your ass, that type rapper. And I think that really because like if you've seen some videos that she have, and you can see when she gets sometime into that, she come off as that a hard rapper, I'll beat your ass, like, yeah, I'm chugging my shoulders type shit. But I realized she probably realized that the only way for her to get ahead was to act ratchet like that, because you can tell she comes off more of that. I'll beat your ass. She looks like one of them rappers that'll scrap with you.
You know why? You know why? Because she looked like she got cousin in her damn blood.
Right, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
that's why.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
she got the little rigid eyes and shit, and the
She look like,
off-putting disposition. Like, yeah,
right. That's why I don't think
she the
like,
product
she
of
wanted-
niggas that stay in the hood for like 50 years. Like,
Right,
it's
right.
embarrassing.
Right,
See,
like
but
I said, I
Glorilla
don't
not
think
even
she
really
wanted
that
to be a hood
that
rapper. She
same.
wanted to be that tough rapper, like I'll beat your ass type rapper.
I was talking about
Glorilla or
Sukianna,
Sexy
but
Red? Oh, you talking about Sukianna?
I was talking about
Yeah.
Sukianna.
Yeah, she want to be that. I want to beat your ass, kind of like if the brat was throwing hands. That's the best way to kind of like back then the brat, like how she always seemed like the brat seemed like she'd beat your ass or some shit. That's how Sukianna came. And then I think
Sukianna
that
and the Brat I see as two totally different entities, even in personality.
well,
They're
I mean,
very different.
It's like Sukianna is the brat 2023.
Not really.
Yes, yes.
Who is Jeremy Crosby? He's
He's goofy ass nigga in the comments. That's
he's
what
at
he is.
4. He said it's sassy to him. Don't you tease him?
Oh god, one of these fuckers.
They sleep. My family sleep. Like my wife, the baby sleep.
Nigga, it's past your
I'm
bedtime.
just chilling.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying.
Actually, I was up
Wait. We
filming some
talking
videos.
about
I got a
what?
tech channel that I was filming videos for, and I was like, and it was getting
Oh,
late. And I
okay.
was like, eh.
Well, here's the question:
why I'm
four
up.
grown ass gossiping about female rappers.
Man, don't pay attention. Man, don't pay attention to that shit.
Right, listen.
No,
I
that's
mean,
funny. Come on,
yeah.
come on.
I mean, really. what
Jeremy,
it is,
get
you
up
know,
here.
Be right, Jeremy. Think about it. Female whores, like we always say. How many of us? Most of these men say we fuck you, but like ain't nobody. Somebody say, "Oh yeah, would you fuck Megan Thee Stallion?" Yeah, I would. But would you want Megan Thee Stallion to be your baby mama? No. Would you want Sexy Red to be your baby mama? No.
I mean, I don't
really
think that.
gossiping or anything. It was more like classifying. And,
I don't look. This guy be around hoes on the social media saying all kinds of shit, man. That's
Word.
the kind of guy that.
Jeremy,
Yeah,
what you
old
did?
Jeremy.
Hold on, let me see who you are.
Jeremy, hit the dislike button before you walk out the door, please.
Let me see
Hey,
who
speaking
you
of dislike, I got 3 of them motherfuckers already.
Damn, nigga, what you do?
Done. I'm awesome. I am fucking awesome.
Now I'm feeling objectified by your male gaze. Damn.
To stop sitting on the Rock's lap. Okay, man. Yeah. All you have to do is, I bet you.
You guys should be talking about sports and business. Okay.
Probably that sassy nigga that hit
at 2:00 in the morning. Okay, man, right.
Michigan beat Alabama last week. I was so happy about it because all my friends are Alabama fans and I'm an Auburn fan. So every time Alabama gets beat, I get like very happy about that shit. So.
Now we should be talking about the Browns in the playoffs. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like Jeremy got some ideas. You know,
Jeremy, come up and communicate your
mean,
ideas.
I
Like,
mean,
why don't you just-
like
Yeah,
my,
tell us
my
what we
deal
should
has
be talking
always
about.
been my deal about that kind of thing has always been that heterosexual grown men are probably going to say something about women every now and again.
Yeah,
You know, it can't
I'm
be a
on that.
complete. it can't be a complete sausage fest, bro. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean,
what? Here's the question: does he think that maybe he thinks that we're that type of way? I mean, we are heterosexual men. We are.
Yeah.
I mean, we. Last time I checked, what do? We go out and try to better ourselves to obtain resources. Why? For women and
hey, man,
procreate.
I wouldn't
You know
explain
what I mean?
shit. I wouldn't explain shit to that fucker. Just let him have it, bro.
You
That's
do this
just
all the
what it
time or
is.
something?
No, not really. No, not
No.
really. I mean,
No,
it just
it's the smoke show.
that'd
Let
be
them
the
come up and talk
it'll
shit.
be yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
shoot,
it's the
no,
smoke show. Nigga, bring your ass up
I've
here.
accepted in 45 plus years of life that everybody's not gonna like me. You know,
Matter of fact, this is a
so,
smoke show.
we're
Kevin.
good.
This nigga is allowed to come up, and for 3 minutes we
I
can't.
mean, I
say
dropped
shit,
the link.
and he can. Yeah, tell him for 3 minutes you get to come up and you can talk about us and say whatever you want about
Hey,
us.
man,
And for 3
but
minutes
you
we won't say nothing.
can't be more offended than me though, Dre. So you know, just
Yeah.
I'm chill about the shit. You know,
Nah,
hey,
nigga, no.
there's a link.
Come up here and tell Kevin how he ain't shit. And Kevin gonna sit there
Yes.
and take it for 3 minutes. He ain't gonna say shit. He just gonna be like, yes, sir. Go ahead.
I mean, you know,
I don't know
don't
about 3 minutes. Depends on what he says.
Yeah, let him
uh,
get 3 minutes.
I mean, like, don't be like the other guy. I just let him talk for like a straight 2-3 minutes, and then motherfucker became the interrupting cow as soon as I started speaking. So
Yeah, go ahead. We're gonna give you 3 minutes, man. Come on up here. We all drop down and let you get 3 minutes up here talking shit.
don't talk about women, bro. This is what affects our culture, man. This is what we
Right.
try to keep our kids from,
This is
our
50%.
daughters from. You
Well,
know,
here's the
you know what
question.
I'm saying?
Nah.
We should be discussing this shit, bro.
But
Look.
like, here's the question. This is 50% of the black community, dumbasses, women. Well, technically 54%. We only 46, right?
And the thing about it too, the majority of the conversation had nothing to do with women.
Right. We was talking about
As soon as somebody says something about a woman, I mean, we sit over here talking about Robin Harris in a dress, something that disappointed me. But you know, so say something about that sex tape he just got through watching, then it's a problem. Probably a Dr. Umar acolyte. You know, Dr. Umar around Sukiana, trying to get trying to say that sister.
Nah, he want. You can tell he's let that slip. He want to smash that shit.
Yeah.
He want, like, literally, he let that shit.
He watched the first tape.
I can help her. Oh hell, because I ain't gonna lie, I didn't realize who that was in that picture with him and her in that picture. I'm like, oh, she looked kind of cute. She looked like she could be cute, one of them pretty ugly girls. I'm like, she looked like the pretty ugly girl, where like if she she'd be like look ugly, but if she put on,
she got some
like,
cousin in her blood, man. She got some cousin in her blood, man. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, she's. Oh man, I done seen some couple outfits.
I don't mean to insult the hood. I don't mean to insult the hood, but when niggas talking about I ain't going nowhere, it's just you know that shit can have an effect.
Apparently, I'm Gabe a Vitmore. I'm Gitmore. I'm going in on the.
Oh, Maja Ego. Well, what's good?
Get more.
Get more.
Get more.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas is off the chain.
Yeah. I mean, shoot. I mean, we only live once, you know.
Yeah.
Unless you know somebody that came back, you know, it'd be none of us know.
I don't know nobody.
All right. Hey, but look. But hey, I'm about to let this one go. I don't think that Jeremy Crosby's gonna hit that link. So let's get some final statements in. Whoever wants to go first.
I'll go first. I think I brought my smoke, right? I talked about the
kind of,
kind of. Oh no, I said, I talked about the space. We had some conversation about the MOT's unsubstantiated threats.
Yeah,
I kind of gave some of my opinion on, people being sons of BGS. Hey, look.
I mean, I just didn't think
we all good.
I mean, I just didn't think that you were all that disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you
contemporaries. They hate me, man.
I mean, well, shoot, we will see in the coming weeks. I'm sure this probably won't be the last time I see you. So, I mean,
I'll be around. I'm definitely subscribing.
Word. Oh yeah, your channel is called Struggle Security, right?
Yeah,
Struggle Security.
That's my
I know about Struggle Security. So,
oh, word.
Right. Yeah.
What that mean?
No, I mean, I say
Like
I
a
know
bag
about it
of
as in I have watched it. You know, it just
Oh,
got
okay, cool. Yeah.
tech channels got some real cool information that can help people break into the tech business. And you know,
Yeah.
that is a business that is a field that is in high demand right now, depending on what you want to go in. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so
Absolutely.
all right,
Struggle
appreciate you.
security.
Yeah, thanks for having me. All right. Peace
Yeah,
Sound
out.
like a
appreciate you
cheat.
coming through, man.
Absolutely.
All right. So Dre,
I gotta
Andre,
laugh at you. I gotta laugh
Oh,
at you, man.
I don't know what
Struggle
you're eating.
security. Oh yeah, because both. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
that's the
Sorry,
name
I
of
keep forgetting.
that's the name of his channel. The name of his channel is Struggle Security.
I know that. I'm joking with him. I'm saying it sounds like a low budget condom, man.
Uh, all right.
I'm fucking with you, bro. I'm sorry. It's too late at
Yeah,
night.
but what's good, Dre? What did you gain from this convo? Once again, you know, nothing really to gain. We just discussing like culture and stuff, man. It's like, so what's your final statement, though?
I'm not sure if you're talking to him or me or him.
Either
Yeah,
one of
him
you
or
at this point. Either one of you at this point. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, like you said, we were just talking about like culture and shit like that, and there wasn't really anything to gain from this, but you had your first almost smoke show, but he wasn't coming at you. He's mostly coming at BGS and like somewhat coming at me. But as you said, he wasn't too disrespectful, so we could still have a conversation, and that's kind of how I deal with everybody. Like I even corrected him when I first came up. I was just like, like you're already like saying some disrespectful shit like as I'm coming up, and I haven't said anything to you.
yeah, we're
Like,
making progress, but we're making progress. That's what's important.
yeah, exactly.
And yeah, I've seen some of the stuff that Gabe has said, man. But I mean, I treat it like it's a difference of opinion. You know, if the space isn't gonna be like too adamant about its own defense and everything, and this, but at the same time, I mean, I do understand that everybody has their opinion. So that's what it is at the end of the day. He came up here, he was respectful, just like when BGS comes up here, he's respectful as well. So,
It,
that goes far with me.
it's kind of like this conversation that I was having with Charles the other day, and we were talking about like anybody that agrees with anybody 100%, like that's not a man to me,
No, not at
right?
all.
Like you're gonna have
Need your head checked. I agree.
you're gonna have a difference of opinion. Like if you agree with somebody 100%, like you're just a dick rider at that point, and that's not what I'm on. So I could disagree with anybody. Just the majority of what you're saying, I can learn from. I'll listen to it. But
Yeah, but Andre, as long as like, I'll give you this advice, as long as you don't think you're one, everything is cool. People can say millions of things about you. None of it's true. It does not matter.
exactly.
That's how I see it, man. Because I've been in all kinds of places. As far as school functions, workplaces, and everything. And there's always somebody talking about somebody, and that's just what it is. If Gabe A has that opinion about you, then that just very well be Gabe A. I mean,
Yeah, that's perfectly fine with me. That's my whole thing. That's why I brought up that MOT shit because it's just like if as long as you're not threatening me with physical violence and
MOT
you're not
is
saying
full of
some
hot air.
really saying some really out of line shit, and it is what it is because it's just words at the end of the day.
MOT is full of hot air. That's what he is. This man calls himself the president of a virtual space, which is sadly hilarious.
In his head.
which is sadly hilarious. I mean, I'm gonna label myself the commander of short mountains. That's what I'm gonna do, and just
Commander of Short Mountains. Commander of Short Mountains.
Hey, but
like thanks for having me up. I'm not gonna hold you, so peace.
We're Andre. Yeah, thanks for being a member as well, man. I really appreciate that. Month to month, you guys support me. That is awesome. But black men, you should have no problem, with speaking. Like, out of turn. If you're gonna take somebody else's turn, yeah, shit. Stand 10 toes down and say what the fuck you gotta say. That's the principle I operate by. And I don't give a fuck who doesn't like it. Period. Just just kind of stay within the community standards and such, because you don't want nobody deplatforming you. And I mean, like, there have been plenty of black men that have been deplatformed for less than what some of us say on this channel. So,
Right.
I mean, I'm not the most intense channel, but I do understand that it's not KevTube, it's YouTube. But yeah, I started out with two prime examples, Dave Chappelle and Cat Williams. I mean, these are two unapologetic motherfuckers, man. Seriously. And I think every time they talk, I think that people are gonna be listening no matter what they say. And
Hmm.
I think that's a good thing to I think that's something to appreciate, to be able to see black men being able to speak so directly and bluntly and hold other black men accountable as well. I mean, shit. I said it before and I say it again, you know, we as black men are not really in the clear. You know, if we do some stupid shit, we deserve to be called out for it, and that's just what it is. I mean, I'll call out a bitch in a heartbeat. I don't care what any of these guys say. What you saying stuff like Keisha for? You know, nigga, her name ain't Keisha, by the way. I'll say smug, some smug shit like that. But man, when they dudes on some weird goofy shit, man, we need to talk about it, man. This is our image that we're talking about. This is how we look as black men in a society. Now, I'm not saying like, you know, look how we look to other groups. I'm just saying take a little pride in yourselves. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here. I gotta work tomorrow morning. I'm a little sleepy, and I will come to y'all tomorrow night with something. I haven't thought about what the topic's gonna be yet, but I will definitely be here. So thank you to Gabe A for coming through and, you know, not kissing anybody's ass. I really appreciate that to no end. And you know, maybe we should see some more strong personalities in the future. I mean, shoot, that's what it is at the end of the day. So anyway, thank you for once again for taking a listen to this country motherfucker that I am. And I'll end it with this. Long live the habitual line steppers. In Kev we trust. And when you don't give up, you shall definitely win. Peace out.